Hello students, I am back with another video. Same chapter, Tiger King, and this is our third video. And in this third video, we are going to start with the fourth part of this chapter. On this page number 12, in the third part, we had read one important question. The question could be that how was the king able to retain his kingdom? This king, he had to spend 3 lakhs of rupees in order to retain his kingdom, because he sent diamond rings worth 3 lakhs rupees to the lady of that British officer, because he thought that British officer might be angry, he might show resentment because he was not allowed to hunt the tiger. He had to spend 3 lakhs of rupees, but still the king was happy that way he managed to retain his kingdom. Now we come to fourth part. So we had already read that now this king, because astrologer said that you can hunt 99 tigers maybe very easily, but 100th would be difficult for you, or it would be danger for you. Now this tiger king, he wanted to prove to this astrologer and to others that I can kill even 100 tiger. So now we start with fourth portion. The Maharaja's tigers hunts continued to be highly successful. Means he was hunting the tigers, and every time, many times it was a very fierce fight between this king and the tiger. Okay, but every time this king would win and the tiger would be killed. So this way he was highly successful initially. Within 10 years he was able to kill 70 tigers. So 70 tigers killing, though it took him 10 years, but even then it was smooth going. Within 10 years he was able to kill 70 tigers. And then, now underline this 70 tigers again can come. What happened when he managed to kill 70 tigers? And then an unforeseen hurdle brought his mission to a standstill. But then unforeseen, which he had never imagined, something happened. And what was that? The tiger population became extinct in the forest of Pratibandpuram. He was naturally going to his jungles only, his own jungles only. And now when he had completed just 70 tigers, not the 100 tigers, then he got to know that there is no tiger left now in the forest of Pratibandpuram. Who knows whether the tigers practiced birth control or committed harakari? Now why there was now extinction of tigers? The reason was unknown. Is it that maybe they practiced birth control and that's why there was not that much population? Or the other reason, maybe they committed harakari. Harakari is self-suicide, we can say. So they committed self-suicide. What was the reason? Not known, but one thing was sure, that tigers were not now there in the forest of Pratibandpuram. Or other reason could be simply ran away from the state because they desired to be shot by British and so on. This could also be the reason, that because here hunting was prohibited, means nobody else could hunt a tiger except the tiger king himself. Like British officer came, but he was not allowed. Maybe these tigers, they wanted to be killed by the hands of Britishers, and that's why maybe they ran to some other forest. So whatever was the reason, but one thing was sure now, that there was no tiger left in the forest of Pratibandpuram. Now it was a difficult time for king, because he wanted to complete 100 tigers. Now from where to complete 100 tigers when there is no tiger left? One day the Maharaja sent for the Diwan. So he called his minister. Diwan Sahib, aren't you aware of the fact that 30 tigers still remain to be shot down by this gun of mine? He asked, brandishing his gun. Here brandishing, we can say cleaning his gun. So he was having gun in his hand and he was cleaning the gun when he called the minister, and he said, don't you know that I am still to complete the tally of 100 tigers and there are no tigers left in our forest? Shuddering at the sight of the gun, the Diwan cried out, Your Majesty, I am not a tiger. He said, Sir, please, don't just keep this gun in your hand when I am here. Please don't shoot me. I know tigers are not left, but I am not a tiger. Which idiot would call you a tiger? The king said, no, I am not going to shoot you. I am not saying that because tigers are not left that I will shoot you. No. I just want to ask what to be done. No, I am not a gun. Okay, and then he said, I am not a gun also. You are neither tiger nor gun. Diwan Saheb, I summoned you here for a different purpose. I have decided to get married. Now he said, no, don't worry. I have called you something else. I have thought about this, that what could be done to kill rest of the 30 tigers. So I have decided that I should get married. The Diwan began to babble even more. Your Majesty, I have 2 wives already. If I marry you. Now he said, sir, you have thought of marrying? Please. I already have 2 wives. Now I can't afford to get married for the 3rd time. Don't talk nonsense. Why should I marry you? What I want is a tiger. Now king said, why are you saying that I have planned to marry you? Why should I marry you? I just want a tiger. And there are dots, means he wanted to say more. But then immediately the Diwan, he said something in between only. Your Majesty, please think it over. Your ancestors were married to the sword. If you like, marry the gun. A tiger king is more than enough for this state. It doesn't need a tiger queen as well. And he said, sir, please, don't say that you want to marry a tiger. Because your ancestors, they were married to sword. And if you want, you can marry a gun. Now what does it mean, married to sword or married to a gun? Means these kings, they are very brave. They are always on a, hunting, or they are always in the battlefield. So most of the time they are spending in the battlefield fighting and securing their borders. So this way, because they are more with the guns or the swords in the battlefield, that's why people would say that it seems as if he has married the sword only. Because most of the time he spends not with wife or children, rather he spends more time with his sword. So that way marrying the sword. And this is what he says, if you want, you can keep your gun always in your hand, means you can always be in for the hunting. Marry the gun, keep the gun always in your hands. Okay, but please don't say that you want to marry a tigress, because you are tiger king and this one tiger king is more than enough. Now we don't need any tigress. The Maharaja gave a loud crack of laughter. I am not thinking of marrying either a tiger or a gun, but a girl from the ranks of human beings. Now this Maharaja, he started laughing. He said, who said I want to marry a tigress? No, I also want to marry a girl only, means I will marry a human being only, from the ranks of human beings. First, you may drop statistics of tiger populations in the different native states. Next, you may investigate if there is a girl I can marry in the royal family of a state with a large tiger population. He said, now what you are to do, why I have called you. Now you just make a list of those neighboring states where they have marriageable girl. Means if they have a princess, just make a list of those states where they are princess. And the kings are searching for some groom. And then when the list is made, then you just separate those states, means in the list, where they are having large forests also with large population of tigers. Means he wanted to marry a girl who is having large, we can say, areas where there are tigers, and he thought that after marriage then he would be going to that forest and kill the tiger. The Diwan followed his orders. He found the right girl from the state which possessed a large number of tigers. Means there was a maybe large forest and there were tigers also. Maharaja Jang Bahadur killed, and this way he got married, and now whenever he was going to his in-laws' state, he would be going for tiger hunting over there. So Maharaja Jang Bahadur killed 5 or 6 tigers each time he visited his father-in-law. In this manner, 99 tiger skins adorned means decorated, adorned the walls of the reception hall in the Pratibandpuram palace. So this way he managed to kill 29 more tigers. 70 he had already killed, and now 29 more tigers he killed in his father-in-law's forest. And now in total 99 tiger skins were there decorating his palace. The Maharaja's anxiety reached a fever pitch when there remained just one tiger to achieve his tally of 100. Now 99 when he completed, now he was all the more excited to complete that 100 tigers list. Tally of 100 tigers. Means now he wanted to kill 100th tiger also at the earliest, so that he can prove that he can kill all the 100 tigers. He had this one thought during the day and the same dream at night. By this time, the tiger farms had run dry even in his father-in-law's kingdom. Now he was just thinking and excited for this 100 tiger, and then he got to realize that there is no tiger now left even in his father-in-law's forest. So now there was no tiger. It became impossible to locate tiger anywhere. Yet only one more was needed. If he could kill just that one single beast, the Maharaja would have no fears left. Now naturally this was a fear also, that 100 tiger could be dangerous. So that's why Maharaja wanted to kill this 100 at the earliest. Because after killing of the 100 tiger, then there will be not any kind of fear to the Maharaja's life. If he could kill just one single beast, the Maharaja could have no fears left. He could give up tiger hunting altogether. And he had thought, after killing 100 tiger, I will stop killing 100 tigers. Then I will stop hunting tigers. But he had to be extremely careful with that last tiger. But one thing again he remembered, that the astrologer had told that you can kill 99 tigers, okay, maybe in a very easy way, but 100 tiger would certainly be a danger to your life. So you have to take always extra precautions when you are killing 100th tiger. Even after, what had the late chief astrologer said? Even after killing 99 tigers, the Maharaja should beware of the 100th. True enough, the tiger was a savage beast after all. One had to be wary of it. Wary here means very careful. And this was true also. Though this Maharaja had killed 99 tigers, even then he can't say that 100 tiger won't say anything to him. He won't attack back. No. Tiger is wild beast. So any time the tiger could attack back. So naturally this Maharaja will have to be very, very careful for going for 100th tiger hunting. But where was that 100 tiger to be found? It seemed easier to find tiger's milk than a live tiger. Now it was very, very difficult to get live tiger so that he could go and hunt. So tiger milk was available but not the live tiger. This way he thought. Thus the Maharaja was sunk in gloom. Now when he was not able to find that 100th tiger, last tiger, now he became very, very sad. But soon came the happy news which dispelled that gloom. But then very soon a good news came, and Maharaja was again very, very happy. There was no more gloom. In his own state, sheep began to disappear frequently from a hillside village. Actually, the news came from one hillside village, that there the villagers had noticed that their sheep, now they were reluctant to go to the forest. And they thought that because sheep means sometimes these animals, they are afraid of tigers only, because tigers, they like sheep and all. So now when they noticed that sheep is not interested to go to, reluctant to go to forest, so they only presumed that there must be some tiger, which maybe they are not able to see, but these animals they can smell, very fast. So maybe these sheep might have smelt some tiger over there. So they sent this news to the palace that maybe there is one tiger in the forest of that hill village. It was first ascertained that this was not the work of Khadr Mian Sahib or Veerasamy Nekar, both famed for their ability to swallow sheep whole. To swallow sheep whole can be taken in any way, means there were two these famous hunters. So first of all, they made sure, villagers, before sending the news to the palace, they wanted to make sure that this is not the job of these hunters, that they are killing the sheep, and that's why now sheep are not interested to go to forest. When they were ascertained that these two hunters are not in the village, not in the forest also, so there must be some other reason that sheep are not going over there or reluctant to go. That's why they presume that it must be tiger only. and then only they sent this message to the palace. Surely a tiger was at work. The villagers ran to inform the Maharaja. The Maharaja announced a 3-year exemption. Now underline this is also important. When they gave this news to the palace, Maharaja was very happy with the people of this village. So what he, as a reward, what he did, he exempted them from the taxes for the next 3 years. He said, this is really a good news. So for the next 3 years, you don't need to give any taxes. Exemption from all the taxes for that village, and set out on hunt at once. Now, and he immediately went to that forest to hunt the tiger. The tiger was not easily found. It seemed as if it had quantly hit itself. Quantly means forcefully, zabardasti. Means now when Tiger King is there, he is searching for the tiger in the forest, but this tiger was nowhere to be seen. It seemed that this tiger might have locked himself somewhere. Okay, forcefully hit himself somewhere in order to flout the Maharaja's will. Maybe he was playing with Maharaja's will, because Maharaja wanted to kill this hunted tiger, and he thought no, he should not be given this chance very easily. That way means Maharaja was not able to find the tiger anywhere. One day, okay, the Maharaja was equally determined. On the other hand, this Maharaja was also determined. He did not come back to palace. He refused to leave the forest until the tiger was found. As the days passed, the Maharaja's fury and obstinacy is steadfastness, dhita, dridhanishchay, determination. He said, no, I am determined that I will remain here till I find the tiger. I will go back to my palace only after I complete this tally of 100 tiger. So this obstinacy, determination mounted alarmingly. Now it was going high and high. Along with this determination, maybe it was somewhere anger also. Means that this Tiger King was angry also, that why tiger was not there, or why he was not able to find that tiger. Many officers lost their jobs, and in anger he fired many officers also. Means he sent the officers to search for the tiger so that he can go and hunt. And when the these officers would come back, that sir, we could not find any tiger, so maybe he would fire them from the job. That way many officers lost their jobs also. One day, when his rage was at its height, rage means anger. One day, after waiting in vain, this Tiger King, he was so angry that the Maharaja called the Diwan and ordered him to double the land tax forthwith. And this Maharaja, he called the Diwan. He said, now these villagers, their news is maybe fake news or whatever. Okay, now you just go and announce those villagers that their tax is doubled. Earlier he had exempted them for 3 years. Now not even 1 year exemption, rather that year also it should be double tax. So I think in this video we will stop here. Next to the part I will do in next video. Your job is just to listen this video, watch this video, read the chapter along with very carefully if you want to get good marks. Thank you.